Back on the floor, back on the air, Kent State University head coach Jeff Duncan. Dunk, thanks for joining us.
Good to see you, Sheets, man.
Pleasure is all mine, my friend.
Yeah, man, this is awesome, man. I haven't seen you in what? It's been 5-6 years.
Easily.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been too long, but I've been following you. We appreciate it as coaches what you're doing for college baseball.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You've been blessed with unbelievable personal skills, and you're taking it, man.
Can you call my wife and just let her know how awesome I am?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. No, thanks, dude. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
I go back to how our relationship birthed out of the camps and us spending time in recruiting trails, but camps and just getting able to connect in ways that's what it really accentuates what this fraternity is all about. Can you talk about what being part of the ABCA means to you? This walking of through the path of brotherhood and the conversations. What's that mean to you?
I think we're all in this together. I think it's really neat. We're all just trying to help each other. We're trying to basically, what I look at as, I don't want to change this. I got into coaching to, help, I'm in college level, so 18 to 22-year-old grow up.
Right.
Not only, on the field, but off the field. And I feel like I've got brothers in this room at this whole convention that have the same goals. And it's really neat. And it's been a great experience for me.
No doubt.
This is I try to make it every year. You and I have talked about this, and I think I'm going to from here on out.
Awesome.
I am hooked, but I think it's just really good. We need to keep growing the game, and everybody's doing a great job of it.
Yep.
And I'm bought into as well, and this has been a blast for me in the last 24 hours just to be back here, seeing everybody, listening to guys speak.
Sure.
Seeing old friends going through here as well. So, and just hearing just the positive nature that college baseball's in.
I love it. Well, there's two guys in these chairs. There's only one of them that was a Major League Baseball player. There's only one of them that was mentioned in Moneyball.
You knew that, huh?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The research department that I have behind me,
Yeah.
they don't let me jump out there and get lost. But what I love about it is, man, your perspective. When I met you coming into your opportunity at Purdue University. And I go to this, man, breaking into coaching, again, coming out of playing, breaking into coaching, and you've got to flip the script, and you probably teach what you know. And how do you look at that first few years of coaching compared to where you are now? Now, you've obviously shifted into the head coaching role. I'll come back to that in a minute. But I'm just talking about breaking into coaching and your growth in that space. How would you categorize those?
I think you grow in anything you're doing with experience, obviously.
Yes.
But I think one thing stays the same, and that's relationship.
There you go.
And
you've always been great at that, man.
And I really believe, even as a head coach, and I was talking to another head coach, a fellow head coach last night about this, but a lot of times when you're assistant coach to go into a head coach, you lose that relationship in player. And I wanted to make sure I keep that as a head coach. And it's been an awesome ride for me because not only, you guys, as a coach, you see guys go on and play professionally, but you also see guys get jobs as striker, school teachers.
Sure.
And it's just so rewarding. And when it's all said and done, baseball comes to an end.
Right.
And the only thing, and I noticed this when baseball came to an end, they kicked me out of baseball, playing-wise, right? But when it came to an end, I drew to my relationships that I had, the coaches I played for, the players that I had in the locker room. The times that I had in the locker room and as a player were the best times of my life, other than having my 2 kids and getting married, if my wife's watching this.
No doubt.
So. But
hopefully she is. Hopefully mine was earlier. Wink. I just go back to that because I think I got that right away, and I think coaches that are obviously extroverted. I wouldn't say anyone's ever called us introverted people.
Yeah.
But more just relationship driven, and those things mean the most to you. How fulfilling is that for you? Like, honestly, at the end of the day, you guys have done such a fantastic job since you got to Kent, and obviously Coach Strickland built a great platform for you to work from. But how fulfilling is it to have those deep, meaningful relationships with your players, past the wins and losses, the regional appearances, relationships? How fulfilling is it?
It's everything. It really is. And like I said earlier, when baseball comes to an end, that's all you have left.
No doubt.
And I feel good because I love it when an ex-player calls me and asks me for advice or just even wants to talk. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
And vice versa.
Sure.
one thing that I try to do over the holidays is I try to send a text to every one of the players that I've ever coached.
Oh my goodness!
I think it's really neat, and it's like my present. I feel
Wow.
like, hey, in this world now, everybody, we've got to make sure that we're in to give. And as a coach, we've got to give. As people, we need to give more.
Sure.
And I want to make sure that those guys get that message as well. One of the best things I ever heard, even as a player, the more you could put into your teammates, the better you will be.
Yes. Yes.
And it really did. It didn't click. Brett Butler told me that in professional baseball.
Wow.
I was struggling at the time in pro ball, and sometimes you don't know it. Sometimes you get selfish, right? And it made me really realize that I'm going to put some energy in my teammates, and I'm going to play to win and be a winner. And it was a really good learning experience for me to take forward into coaching, and a life experience. I could teach my kids that as well. So, but to give, not necessarily. Yeah, we're going to take, right? But you're in a lot better attitude. Life's about attitude. You're going to have a better attitude when you're giving.
So through servant leadership, he taught you servant leadership.
Yep.
Gosh, that is.
And I'll never forget it. And he was very influential for me and a lot of other guys as well. And even being around a guy like yourself, honestly. It just is contagious, and I like it's good. It's good for the game, what you're doing right now, and it's coaching's the same way.
That's
awesome.
That. No doubt.
So
I want to go into this, man, because it's from the outside perspective. I love to watch your team play. When I see those games, they come up on the TV for me, and I get a chance to watch you all play and watch you go into regionals. I want to go into this. I want you to pull back the curtain. That's a term we use on our podcast a lot, but it's more of take me into your locker room. Take me into your team meetings. Take me into, Dunc, when you're up in front of that team and you're really trying to move the culture down the line, what are the things that are really out in the forefront?
Well, we talk about three things for one.
Yeah.
One is let's do a better job removing mental clutter.
There you go.
So one of the first things we do when we head into the locker room is we get rid of the cell phone, and we're going to put it in a box here, especially in the spring.
Yeah.
And do simple better.
I love it.
Which is part of removing mental clutter.
Sure.
Process over result.
Okay.
Chopping wood. If we're going to be chopping a tree.
Yeah.
When we chop a tree, we put our head down and we start chopping, and we just keep going. Keep going. So. I think one of the big things is making sure, especially with this generation kid, they want to be very, very successful.
Sure.
And sometimes they don't know how to be successful.
Right.
And they want the result right away.
Yeah.
And all good things, right?
That's it, no doubt.
It's a process.
Yeah.
So process over result, remove mental clutter, and then unity over self.
Wow.
Those are, playing for each other.
Yes.
Just what I was just telling you about what Brett Butler told me. So those three things we talk about every day in the locker room. All the baseball stuff obviously is what we do. But I think we're really big on culture. We're really big on grit.
Okay.
Never quit.
Yep.
But those three things, both on and off the field, we're talking about on a daily basis.
How does that show up on the field? If I were to sit back and watch in the stands and go, again, I'm looking for these things now, how would they show up? How do you see them?
I think they show up with attitude. I think you see it in body language right away.
Yeah.
I think you can see somebody that's really excited to be there. When you're around a good culture, I think you see people that are very excited to be there. You see ownership.
No doubt.
The players have ownership, and when you have ownership, there's life in your body. Right?
No doubt.
At least that's what I'd like to think. But
well, there's life in the third base coaching box. I know that.
I'm in the dugout now. But
I know, but Derek Simmons.
He's the man.
Good night. He still looks like he could play tomorrow.
Oh, he does, and he's showing us all up. But he's in that weight room. But no, he's very contagious. Great personality.
Absolutely.
And when he's been a great addition for us last year. And when we added him, I think there was a change immediately, just as far as just the attitude inside that locker room was awesome.
Well, he's a rising star as an assistant coach. I feel like you're a rising star as a head coach, Dunc. I think you're just doing fantastic things there. I'm a Golden Flashes fan. I mean, I'm just going to say it openly and honestly. I'm cheering for you, man.
Thanks, Jeremy.
No doubt. Anytime, brother.
Yeah, go Flashes.
No doubt. Enjoy your time in Dallas, Dunc. Thanks for jumping on.
Really good to see you, man.
Pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, thanks,
You're the best.
bud. Okay, thank you.